I'm Busy Gold, the creator and founder of Booty Yoga, and welcome to Booty Bands. This is a great DVD set to kick up the intensity of your Booty Yoga workouts or just add some resistance training to help decrease injury and get some booty gains. Come join me on the mat, grab your 3 size bands, extra, medium, and light, and let's do it. I'm here to give you a couple modifications so that at home you can adapt this workout to wherever you currently are in your practice. If you take a look at your bands, your black is going to be heavy, gray, medium, yellow, light. Obviously, if you're dealing with injury or you're just getting started, the yellow is the way to start. I'm going to show you a couple of simple modifications for us to just start to train the muscles to be able to work with resistance before you go into a full workout. You're going to grab the band right in between your thumb and your index finger, and you're going to loop the ball of your foot right onto the band, and you're going to pull back, engage your bicep. So I want you to just lift the ball of the foot off the floor and then press down through the toes. Lift up through the ball of the foot, press down with the toes. So now I want you to take a step back. So you're really fully loaded, and I want you to lift, engage the bicep all the way so you've got extra resistance here. Lift through the ball of the foot, press down. This is going to be working the anterior stabilizing muscles of the hip. So if you have trouble with the front part of the hip or you've dealt with any type of a hernia, you're going to want to make sure that you have this range of motion first. Obviously, you can increase the resistance as you get stronger with this. Then, you're going to get it a little bit further onto the arch of your foot. Again, using the bicep to pull and engage. To get the lateral stabilizers of your hip, if you're feeling like there's a little bit more muscle that needs to be gained before you can engage into a full workout, you're going to resist with the arm, pull it back into midline. Stay balanced on that left standing leg. Beautiful. Then you can come down into a seated position. I would switch to a heavier band here because obviously now we're seated. So if you had been on a light band before, switch to a medium. If you'd been on a medium, switch up to a heavy. So again, once you have that hand locked in, pulling in toward the chest, engaging with the bicep, I want you to pull away from midline. You're actually going to resist here with the hand. And now this time you're crossing all the way over the left leg. And I want you to engage back toward your bicep. Small pulse here. If you want to dig your left fingertips into the right hip, you can feel the hip engage. If you want to take it a little bit lower, sit back, engage the core. Stay grounded here. Lift through the ball of the foot. Beautiful job. I would do a few sets of those just to make sure that your hip is ready to add on to these movements. We are going to be increasing the cardio intensity and doing them in a HIIT format where we're moving quickly in 25-second intervals through different positions. So make sure that you can test your hip flexibility, make sure that you can stay stable on that left leg. Move through these at-home exercises before you move on to the full DVD set, and I will see you on the mat. When first starting booty bands, it's important to listen to your body and make sure that you modify when you need to. We are going to be doing certain movements that add on increased intensity. There are certain movements where we drop extra low. So I want to show you first the 2 band positions on the legs, what each one of them does, which muscles it works, and how to modify for each position. So obviously, if you're just starting out and you're concerned about modification, I would definitely start with the yellow band, the light band. In booty bands, we're going to have 2 positions. So if you flex your quads and you feel down for this teardrop shaped muscle here, this is your vastus lateralis. Our first position is going to be about 1.5 inches above where that muscle pops out. This is going to help us activate our lateral stabilizing muscles. It's going to help us activate glute maximus on the side. And it's also going to help us work the gracilis on the interior part of the thigh. So every time we're working the upper thigh, our band is going to be about 1.5 inches above the vastus lateralis. When we move down for our lower position, you're going to take a look down at the bones that stick out of the side of your ankle. This is called your lateral malleolus. Again, you're going to move up about 1.5 inches from the lateral malleolus, place your band, and the most important thing with resistance workouts is that no matter what, as soon as you even start, you're already pulling the legs apart from each other. That's going to activate the resistance. Make sure that your muscles are all activated. If you reach back, give your glutes a little squeeze. You should already feel them popping out and engaged. That means you're in the right position. If we are stepping out into a low lunge, the first way to modify is to step less wide to begin with, or to sink down less low. So if we're dropping our tailbone all the way back, perhaps in the first few reps, you're lowering down halfway. The next way to modify is speed. If our reps are about every 2 seconds, you can go every 4 seconds. As long as you're focused on my cues about body anchoring points, I will typically use knees, shoulders, navel, hands, fingertips. As long as you're focused on my anatomical cues, you can modify by going less wide, less low, or slower.